Was there any news in the People magazine cover story that came out? That was sort of the wave of coverage of the book that came out this week.
Well, it shows how low our bar is for news, because People had said she addresses the Monica Lewinsky issue in this interview. And then, of course, basically she says, I've moved on. We need to all look at the future, and I'm not going to talk about that. Mark,
do you agree? Was there no news in this cover story?
I didn't see anything. I completely agree with the low bar thing. I also think that the point that, Gates and Geithner, didn't get that question is completely preposterous, because I don't think they're thinking very seriously about running for president. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe we should be asking them that, but I'm saying that with some sarcasm, I must admit.
I can hear it in your voice.
Yeah, sorry.
There was a story this week, Amy, about a so-called secret summit between you and your editor and some Clinton aides. They were apparently complaining about unfair coverage. Is that true?
I'm not going to be able to confirm or talk about any meetings, but I would just say that this is part of the broader point that there's all this narrative about the Clintons and the press, and I just find it interesting because compared to what? Like the Obama White House has such a good relationship with the press?
Well, let me ask you this. I mean, to me, that meeting, if it happened, sounded like a normal part of the journalism process. You talk to your sources all the time. Is that fair to say?
I would say that generally, yes. People often send their representatives into the Times, and I'm sure CNN and every other media outlet to discuss coverage, voice their complaints, and, try to get something better out of it.
With